That was good. Watermelon juice, straight from the seeded watermelon. You guys seen some of my old videos, you know I talk heavily about that, but this video is designed for everyone who is starting their fitness journey and can take these tips with them along the way in their journey. These are things that I would have done if I was to start my fitness journey all over again. If I was to bring myself back in time to the year 2000 when I first started, one thing I would have done differently with starting that journey would be to simplify the goal, right? I had big goals. You know, the moment I signed up for the gym, I was super excited and I was ready to jump right in and tackle it, not knowing a thing about fitness, not knowing a thing about what I was doing. And, you know, I wanted to get ripped. Like I wanted a full, you know, overhaul of my physique. I just did not like the way that I looked and felt. I was super skinny and flabby, like I had like no definition. So I had such these high expectations for myself that when I didn't get the result that I was looking for, it made me, you know, discouraged a little bit. It made me not focus on the goal, not go as hard. So, you know, I encourage you, if you have high standards for yourself, it's okay to have them. You know, of course you want to reach for the moon and land on the stars, but I encourage you to break that lofty goal down into daily expectations, right? Break them into daily workouts and make sure that you're writing it down every day and crossing the daily workout off the list, crossing the daily water intake off the list, crossing the daily cardio off the list, right? And that sense of satisfaction will kind of take the place of the sense of satisfaction that you'll get when you get a few increments closer to that goal. Because if you focus on just the goal, it's always going to stare you back in the face. And being that it's such a large gap to get from where you started to where you're going to end up, it often will leave you discouraged, displaced. I know that's what it was for me. So if I was to do anything differently, I definitely lower my expectation. Another thing I do if I was to start my fitness journey all over again is to embrace all sides of fitness. You know, fitness isn't just restricted to traditional style exercise of lifting weights in the gym and doing cardio on a treadmill. You know, you could do any and every sort of activity for movement to move your body. You know, maybe look into a few classes that may interest you, maybe a Zumba class or a Pilates class or a boxing class. You know, all of these things are considered exercise and can help you, you know, aesthetically look better and feel better at the same time. You know, the main objective obviously for me was to feel better in the beginning. So the looks obviously came as a byproduct of me doing what I needed to do to get in shape. But in your pursuit of fitness, obviously get clear on what you want. Do you want to feel good? Do you want to look good? Do you want a mixture of both? And in terms of looks, you know, what do you want your body to look like? What are some of those goals, you know? And at the end of the day, you know, when you're in pursuit of that goal, make sure you do different types of things until you can land on an activity or a type of exercise that you really enjoy, right? Because this is something that you're going to be sticking with for a lifetime. So you got to be able to fall in love with it now. Disclaimer, you don't want to run risk of falling into the trap of doing something, you know, a few times or for a couple months and then realizing it's too hard and giving up on it. If you truly enjoy it and you want to learn more about it, of course it's going to be difficult in the beginning. So allow yourself that time to learn whatever it is you want to do, you know, to learn that skill set and to stay in it for that period of time when you're learning, because it isn't going to feel very good at first, right? But once you kind of get over that curve, and that's with anything that you end up choosing, it's going to get better. It's going to be a lot more enjoyable to you. So, explore in that light, and man, fall on something you may land on. So the second thing I would do if I was to start my fitness journey all over again would be to track my progress. I spent, the first 5, 6 years into my fitness journey not tracking a thing. I did not track my workouts. I didn't track my food. And I got results. Don't get me wrong. I was ripped up, but it wasn't to my liking. It wasn't to where I wanted to be. And it wasn't until I started paying more attention to tracking my progress and tracking my numbers to where I saw an immediate change. So apps like MyFitnessPal, my personal fitness app that I have, you can drop a comment below if you want access to that. I can give you access to that. Things to that nature will help you track your progress a lot better. MyFitnessPal has been a part of my life forever. I tracked my food for like over 10 years. I don't track my food anymore because I've gotten to the point where this is a straight up lifestyle for me. I'm not after anything in particular, like not after a particular goal. And things for me, I guess in this sense, does not sway my, what am I trying to say? I'm not easily demotivated in this fitness process because I realize that this is a lifestyle and this is what's going to fuel me and what's going to motivate me for life. But, I didn't always feel that way. So if you're in a position where you're just starting your journey, where you're the most vulnerable with, if you're in the beginning of your fitness journey where you're the most vulnerable and you have to see some real progress in order to keep you motivated, I strongly urge you to track your progress. Track everything that you do, from your workouts to your sets to your repetitions during the workouts with the different exercises, things like that. Track your food, right? Everything that you put in your mouth should be tracked, and you will pinpoint exactly where the problems are, exactly what you're eating too much of and what you're not eating enough of, and by making those minor tweaks, making those minor changes, you're going to start to see some differences in your body fairly quickly. So don't be in the dark in your fitness journey. Like, be in the light, constantly stay in the knowing, in the light of what's going on with your body and your progress by tracking.